And before I tell you a little bit about how the evening's going to go, I would like every student who's here, every child, first, second, third, fourth, fifth, whatever grade, to stand up and please face the adults with whom you came. You all face the adults with whom you came. And now I want you to clap loudly. And now you can be seated. I asked you to do this because I wanted you to give your family adults a standing ovation for bringing you out on a night like this because they're supportive of your schools. I think this is fantastic. It's such an awful night. This really is a good turnout for a poor night. When it gets rainy like this, it's kind of like, you didn't pay for tickets, you didn't have to pay for admission, so you made no financial commitment ahead of time, so you didn't have to come, but you did. And I'm going to promise you, for those who care, and I do, that you're going to be home for the Patriots game. No problem. Okay? Okay, let's hope they can take the Jets tonight. Okay, everybody listen, we'll tell you what's going on tonight. My name is Marsha Picard, and I work for an organization called Partners for Health and Community. And we work throughout the greater Fall River area, running these family fun nights. We do lots of things, but running family fun nights is one of the things that we do. They are clearly for families, so I assume you're all families. They're all about fun. So are you here to have fun? Yes? This is where you say yes. Are you here to have fun? Yes! Then you're in the right place, and it's absolutely nice. There's no question about the fact that this is nice. So, you're going to go have fun tonight, you're going to learn some things, and you just might get some free giveaways if I'm looking around the tables and seeing what I think I see. So this is how the evening is going to work. When you came in, each member of your family got a colored dot. That determines the color of the group that you're going to be in, because in just a minute we're going to be dividing you into 3 groups: the green, the pink, and the orange. So you're going to move as a group depending upon what your color is. You're going to go to one of 3 stations. One will be here, the resource station. There are 19 agencies, representatives from 19 agencies throughout Fall River that have set up tables all around the room. When you get to this station, you can go to any table you want in any order you want. You don't need to stand here and go on to a report. You can go in any order you want. As a matter of fact, you're going to have 20 minutes at that station, and there are 19 tables. So if you do the math, you're either going to have to talk very fast at every station, or go to the ones that interest you the most. There might be something that you really want to find something about, and that would be your choice. Then one of the groups is going to go into the gymnasium, and that's the workout station. You're going to have a lot of fun in there. I want to see everybody moving. I don't care how old you are. I don't care how young you are. I don't care how athletically inclined you think you are. You're going to have a lot of fun in there. You want to see you moving. You want to see everybody moving. And then the third station is going to be the community room. And I'm going to count on the boys and girls who go to Spencer Borden to help show your parents where you need to go as far as the community room is going to be concerned. You'll see what's going on there when you get there, but you're going to have a lot of fun there. So when I divide you into 3 groups, one color here, one color there, one color over there, you're going to be at that station for 20 minutes. At the end of 20 minutes, we're going to have you all rotate. So you're all going to move to the next station. At the end of 20 minutes, you're all going to move to the next station. So everybody gets to do everything for 20 minutes. Long enough to have some fun, not long enough to get bored. That's the way we plan this. Then at the end, you're all going to want to come back here at 7:20, because that's when we're going to be drawing for the door prizes. Every family should have gotten 1 door prize ticket when you came in. You should have kept half of it and put the other half in the door prize box. Okay, and we'll be drawing at the end of the evening. So everybody understands how it works? Yeah. Before we move, we do these at so many schools that sometimes I get kind of mixed up. And I don't think I'm at Watson, and I don't think I'm at Sylvia. Yeah, you're expensive, boy. You do a lot of walks to schools in the morning. This is a great school, and I'm so glad that you're here this evening. You're a great family audience to come out of this kind of meeting. Okay, it's 20 past, just like the agenda said. We're ready to get going. Okay, let's have the green will stay here, the orange will go into the gym, and the pink will go into the community room. Have fun.
went fat-free, was fat-free this, fat-free that. What they did when you take fat out of things, there was the flavor. So to compensate, to make it taste better, what did they put? Sugar! And now everybody's like, oh my God, sugar, sugar, sugar. And your body can only handle so much of that. And that's why we're here where we are right now. So right now, in this room, we're part of a revolution. We can make changes so that we can have healthier lives. We need to focus on fresh fruits and vegetables, proteins, and really good carbohydrates. You wonder why we're so sad? We're not getting any vitamins in us. We need more colorful vegetables. That's what's going to brighten our days up. Look, dry skin, kidney stones, headaches. Does anybody have a headache right now? You need some fruits and vegetables. They will brighten up your day. How many sugars did you put in your coffee? How many? 10 sugars?
Over the day.
Wow. So see, there's part of your healthy body cleanse right there, right? Look at all the names of sugars that are in foods. These are all sugars, other names for sugars inside of food. So let me tell you something. If you have to read the label to see what's in the food, it's probably not the healthiest thing for you, and try to find something healthier. If you can't understand what's in your food, do you think you should be digesting it? No. But it tastes so good because they put so much sugar in it. Eat a piece of steak and there's even butter on top of it because butter is awesome. Butter doesn't make us fat. Butter and saturated fats like bacon, pork chops, steak, guess what? They're not linked to cardiovascular disease. They are not linked to cardiovascular disease. Refined carbohydrates and sugar are. There's no correlation. There's no studies that say you shouldn't eat butter, you shouldn't eat steak. That's old school. It's not that way anymore. The healthiest breakfast, which you'll see soon. You go to Panera, you're like, oh, I'm going to get the sandwich. It's got lettuce on it. It's got turkey. It's so good for me. No, 95 carbs in that Panera. Look, you get a salad, you got 12. If you just cut your carbs in half right now, it's going to change your life. You're going to feel so much better and healthier. Whole milk, you can drink it. Go for the red cap. They made skim milk. They took all the fat out of the skim milk, and what did they do to make it taste better? They put sugar in it. So whole milk, our bodies understand it. We came from ancestors that were cavemen, right? It makes sense.
Cavemen.
Here's your healthy breakfast right now. This is your new healthy eating. Perfect. We got bacon and eggs for breakfast. Look at these. This is called a frittata. It's like a fancy pancake. So basically you just whip up eggs with like vegetables, and you can even put them in little muffin pans, and you bake it in the oven, and now you have a little omelet muffin, and you have them ready for the whole school week.
Okay, everyone who is here in the cafeteria, you have one more station to go to.
We're just here for Partners for a Healthier Community, talking about sugar-sweetened beverages. This is the amount of sugar that's in this entire 2-liter bottle of soda. Can you guess how many teaspoons of sugar this is? You can hold it and feel the weight.
So we know about
It's $1.10.
We learned about
50? A little lower. 22. So you were close. Good job. So we're just reminded that there's healthier choices. And what would be a healthier choice than soda? Water. Very good. And so you can flavor your water with anything you'd like, any kind of fruit or lemon or lime, anything of that nature. And then apple juice, we like to talk about juices in general. We want to limit the amount that we're going to drink. So 4 to 6 ounces, and we want to water it down because there is a lot of sugar in the juice, almost the equivalent of 22 teaspoons, almost. So just be very aware of that and making your decisions around beverages.
Hello. All right. So my name's Chef Jessica. I am the owner of Creating Healthy Solutions, and I go out into the community, and what I teach is called Fit-trition. It's all about healthy eating and exercise, all that jazz. Who has gotten off the fast food food chain. Who's not eating fast food anymore? Okay, so good job. Everybody else, put that on your Fit for Life list. Okay? Look at your plate and how many food groups you have. This is what your plate. So think like breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Do you notice how small the starch portion is? In America, this is the starch portion right here. Okay? And then the vegetables are here. Well, this is our new Fit for Life. A little bit of potato, a little bit of brown rice, you know, that's the good stuff. A lot of vegetables, a lot of fresh vegetables. Okay, this is the one. Fats do not make us fat. Carbohydrates and sugars are making us fat. So you can eat butter, you can eat steak, you can have bacon. Do we want to eat processed cereals? Do we want to eat a whole bunch of wheat pasta? No, we don't. So you just got to remember that. Fat does not make us fat. We actually need it in our lives. It's good for us. Our body understands it. The three healthiest fats, butter, olive oil, and coconut oil. The three healthiest fats. We have a basketball player here. What else do we have? Football. Volleyball. Adults, what do you do? Walk, chase kids around. Work out.
Work a lot.
Work a lot.
Anybody do yard work?
Oh yeah.
We do yard work just that much.
Let's get a class. Right, left, front, back, front, side, up, turn. Face that way.
When you're on the highway, you look over, you see the this is 22 teaspoons of sugar, which is in this entire bottle of soda. Yeah, I know it's a lot, right?
That's in the.
Yes.
How much is in the? I thought that was healthy.
So it's a great question. It's almost the equivalent, not as much, but almost the equivalent. And what we try to explain to parents and loved ones is that with juice in particular, you want to be able to limit the amount in one sitting. So it is healthier. It's a healthier option. I would say that it's healthier than soda at the end of the day, right? But what we want to be very aware of is the amount that we're ingesting. So 4 to 6 ounces, and cut it with water. The reason we're going to cut it with water, dilute it with water, is because it lessens the amount of sugar kind of that's entering the bloodstream. With juice itself, there's no fiber in it. So when you have the apple as a whole, or banana as a whole, or the grape, or the kiwi, or whatever kind of fruit, there's that's right, there's vitamins, minerals, and then there's fiber. And the fiber is what slows down the digestive process with the sugar. But when you have juice, there's no fiber in it. So what happens to all that sugar? It's, yeah,
Right there.
it sits right there. So
One last station, then you're all gonna come back here to the low price bar.
Thank you guys so much. I'm going to go back to the cafeteria to raffle off some groceries.
Okay, we can have everyone come to their seats. Everybody come in and find a seat. Alright, we have a couple of things to do before we draw for the door prize drawing. The agency people are packing up their things and getting ready to head out. They came in obviously earlier than you did this evening so they could set up their tables. They have a long day at work and they came out and they still did this to provide this information for you. So can you please give our agency representative a round? Great squad, hearty souls coming out in inclement weather. I don't know, okay, Suzanne and John are in the corner that did the workout. Fantastic work over there. Can we give them a hand? And the next one, I think, Chef Jessup is probably still in the community room cleaning everything up. But I think you can clap about fun, and it is at night. So it was definitely a family fun night. Did you enjoy yourself? Good. I hope along the way you learned a little bit too. Even though this is all about fun, it's still about learning some things. I hope you learned a little bit about fitness. I hope you learned something about nutrition too from Chef Jess. She was telling us some very, very interesting things. What I want to tell you is over the many, many years that I've been working with health and physical education and fitness, over the years I've seen lots and lots of reports. I've seen articles in newspapers. I've seen information on television and so forth. I've seen statistics. I've seen data about what we're doing to our children today and yesterday and possibly tomorrow. But the statistic that bothers me the most, what I've heard that bothers me the most, is that experts are saying if our children today keep eating what they're eating, sugared cereal, soda, the things that Jess told you should be eating, and keep leading the sedentary lifestyle that they're leading, which means they're not getting exercise, they're sitting on the couch, they're not getting outside running around, that theirs will be the first generation in history to have a shorter lifespan than the generation that precedes it. That's really, really scary. And it's something over which we have control as adults. We have control over what they eat. We have control over the amount of exercise they get. We need to take this seriously if we want our children to live good, long, healthy lives. There's another aspect, too, to living good, healthy lives, to eating well, getting a lot of exercise, getting proper rest. That means they're not going to be absent as much. That means they're not going to be late for school because they're going to bed at a reasonable hour. I don't know how many of you have seen the empty chairs, the red chairs that we have all over town. They're in every single school, community development recreation, they're at the Boys and the Girls Club, they're at the Y. It's all about filling that empty chair. That means students need to be in school every day. Learning is sequential. If they're out 3 or 4 days in a row, they've missed what was taught the first day, the second day, the third day. It's really hard to catch up. And it's even more challenging for a teacher who has 30 students in a classroom to try to catch those students up. So we want our students to be healthy. We want them to be in school on time. Okay, now, at the beginning of the evening, each family should have received one door prize ticket. Yes? And so now we're going to do the drawing. I'm going to call up Assistant Principal Taylor Brown and Adjustment Counselor Pat Davies, who's been wonderful helping me put this together this evening. I'd like to ask the staff members from each school to do the door prize drawings for 2 very good reasons. They know you and I don't, so if the Jones family wins, Mr. Brown can say, oh, it's the Jones family. I don't know you, so I can't say that. That's one reason. The real reason, though, that I asked them, the better reason that I asked them to do the drawing is because if Mr. Brown doesn't pick your number, it's not my fault. Okay, here we go.
Good day, everybody. Thank you for coming. It's good to see everybody's family here and all the students from Borden. Okay, the first bag. 027728.